Yeah, thanks, Weege. We are firing into turn number 1 with the 65cc 7-9 limited class, trying to get a peek out the window of who grabbed that hole shot. It is definitely pretty darker up here, so it's tough to see exactly who it was, but it is the 4 of Jaden Smart on that Cobra, who gets out front, gets the early lead, and already has a little bit of an advantage on the rest of the pack as we work our way through those first couple corners.
All right, we're all up here in the tower with our mouths wide open. What a start. Sending it down to Jason on the podium.
All right, good job, Jaden Smart, getting that whole shot. This whole shot went to Darren Pine, and he takes 3rd in the moto. Should be 2nd overall. Let's hear it for Darren Pine. You wanted it bad. A lot of times it comes down to that. You gave it everything you had in that last moto.
Yeah, it was good. I was obviously the fastest, but just couldn't put it together. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, who do you want to thank, Darren?
My mom, my dad, my big brother Travis, TTMX Van Martin, Gavin Player for always picking me up, 100%, Troy Designs, Luke from Troy Designs, Dunlop, HP Moto, and Blazing Gun Dogs, and anybody else. Thank you.
Darren Pine, everybody. Solid week. Got a lot of moto medals. Let's bring up our champion, hanging on under pressure, getting it done. Let's hear it for our 2nd place finisher and our new number 1, Wyatt Thurman. And let's bring Mike Burkeen from the AMA on up. He will hand over the number 1 plate. And this was hard earned. There was going to be some serious pressure down the stretch. Wyatt avoided the big one, and he holds on to get it done. Wyatt, I'm going to ask you, what was the pressure like in that moto to try to do what you needed to do in a short race, too?
I seen Darren go down, or first I didn't get the, I got a pretty good start. I got a really good jump, but it was deep out there on the start, and I just didn't get through it that good. And came out 3rd. Darren crashed in the first couple corners, and it gave me the championship spot. So I just wasn't pushing too hard. It kind of got hard to see out there, and yeah, I just rode my race.
Who do you want to thank for the national title?
Mom and Dad, KTM Orange Brigade, Moose Racing, Parts Unlimited, 100%, Alpine Stars, Bell's Helmet, Guts Racing, Nahilo, Gay Moto, Dunlop, Hinson Clutches, Pro Taper, and everyone else that supports me. Thank you.
All right, there it is. You can take some photos. I'm going to bring Andrea Lieb on up. We're going to give some money for education with the scholarship race. That can be applied to any style of education. We'll take some photos there. And one more time, we're going to cheer. Let's hear it for Wyatt Thurman. Take it away, boys.
All right, Weege, thanks so much. We are still watching Jaden Smart lead this race from Gavin Wellesley, and with Anderson Waldell in 3rd, taking a little bit of a peek back here to the battle. That's a 97 ride of Forrest McPherson. He is actually trying to close up there, or actually Verhoeven just got around him on the 26, I should say. So Nico Verhoeven on the move, as you see the 74 of Waldell at the exit of the Commandments right there. And these kids out here are battling for a title. 2-1 scores for Jaden Smart, 1-4 scores for Kate Nightingale, and 3-2 scores for Anderson Waldell. Well, Nightingale, not the start he was hoping to get in this one. In fact, I'm not seeing him on our leaderboard. Is he? Wow, he's well down the order. Maybe he went down?
Curious, yeah, might be a transponder issue as well. I'm not sure. I see him in 14th currently is where it's showing up. And so, and who knows, like we said, could just be one of those bad starts. And of all the days to get one, this is not it. Jaden Smart, talk about making the most of a bad situation. He knew this is not the time to not be up front early. So Smart making the most of it. Wellesian as well on the 32. But look at this freight train of riders we've got right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys all came in here running saying, man, he did not let off. Jaden Smart was on the pipe all the way into the first turn, and rewarded with the whole shot. We got a rider down out of Storyland. That is the 66 ride right there of Eli Herrick. So Herrick picking it up. He was in our 8th position. We'll see if he can get going still near the top 10. There's the 97 of Forrest McPherson as they work their way through the sand section and over the Rocky Mountain. He's got the 28 of Seth Chemnitz right behind him. So Verhoeven has kind of dropped from this group as he is pulling away ahead of this little pack of riders right here. And we'll see if this battle continues to go on as we head into the sand corner right here. Yeah, actually down the inside trying to get up there on the 97 was McPherson. Seth Chemnitz around the outside might make that pass stick, though.
Watching the riders make their way around the Polysport Pond. We saw yesterday that far inside was super thick, and some of these smaller bikes had trouble keeping the momentum up. 3 wide going around the corner. almost side by side as they make their way around the finish line once again. Jaden Smart, Gavin Wilsey, and Anderson Waldale checks in third. Nico Verhoeven takes over the 4th place spot with Seth Kimnitz just behind in 5th. McPherson not having a great lap right there, going to try to turn it around here on lap number 2. Gavin McCoy jumps into the 7th place spot. Talon Henson in 8th. Cade Nightingale, the man on the move. Look at that, almost over 10 seconds faster than the rider in front of him. So Nightingale knows he's got a championship to fight for. He's rolling.
Yeah, moving up into that 9 spot, definitely on the move like you said. And I got to say, I'm going to knock on wood up here, but as dark as it is, I haven't seen raindrops just yet. So, it is raining a little bit. Not too bad, though. I'm trying to look at the puddles, and we don't see, like, huge splashes like we were seeing yesterday, just a little bit of raindrops. So the track is holding up well so far. That's a good sign at the moment. And Jaden Smart, man, he is pulling away. 9-second lead on Welsian. There through the commandments go the rest of our runners, and you're seeing close battles really throughout the field right there. The 97 of McPherson still has Nightingale. There is our first look at Cade Nightingale into, looks like he's already maybe up into 7th, around the 49 of Hinson right there. Talon Hinson on that KTM. So Cade Nightingale, like you said, he is on the move. 2:31.8 last time by. Definitely one of our fastest riders on the track. The only one faster than him is our race leader, Jaden Smart.
Yeah, McCoy not far in front either, so be on the lookout. Nightingale trying to make it happen here. He knows, I'm sure the pit board is saying, you got to get a couple more, you got to keep moving forward. And there is the rain we talked about. It is dumping. That must have been,
just as I said it.
That was fake wood you were knocking on there,
it's
Kelly.
It's right here. I'm looking at it.
Poor kids out there. And this is a tough situation as well. Look, immediately we're reaching up, grabbing the goggles, and vision as well as grip going to just out of nowhere change things. That it is opening up. The bottom has officially fallen out here at the ranch.
And it's tough for a lot of these kids because, they maybe went down to the line in the first place not knowing that this was going to be a rain moto. We were in a pretty good situation, maybe only like 25 minutes ago. It wasn't this dark or the rain wasn't coming just yet. So hopefully the goggle situation is pretty well sorted for all of them and we don't have any situations where they're going to have to toss them.
And what we're hoping for is as quickly as this storm came in, keep the throttle on, rainstorm, and get out of here as quick as you can, because right now we've had enough of it. We're tired of it, but we are still racing. We're going to try to bring this thing home in the 7-9 limited. Smart handling business. Still running a 2:24 on that last lap. Absolutely flying, rain or shine, as Welsian checks in on a 2:31, and Mikey Wayne's looking like a cat coming in from a rainstorm here.
Rough.
Yeah, looking like the skunk that I know we've all seen on social media.
Well, the rain's coming down hard enough to clear off the front plates for us, so that is one silver lining here. We can see the 32 of Welsian right there. He is still dealing with some pressure from Verhoeven. Nico Verhoeven, he's really kind of closed that gap down in a hurry. He's done a 2:27 last time by to a 2:31 out of Gavin Welsian. You also have Waldell still right there, so while the rain continues to pour down, the heat for this battle in second place is starting to intensify.
And I'm telling you what, Kellen, I am blown away. These riders are not checking up at all. Throttle's still wide open. We're doubling through the commandments. Yeah, and it sounds like we're going to be getting an update here. So we are watching closely right now. The rain is fine. That's not an issue. We don't mind running in the wet. Might not be the best, but we can do that. So in maintaining, monitoring for lightning out there, but right now we're full steam ahead. We're racing out here.
Yeah, today we'll run in the wet, right? Because we don't need to salvage the track for the rest of the week. We don't need to save anything out here. We just got to get these motos in. So a little bit of rain doesn't hurt. These guys will race through it. They'll rip the tear-offs. They'll clean the bikes up and all that business. And we'll have motos, but hopefully no flashes of lightning coming here today. So still the 26th there of Verhoeven trying to close the gap down on Welsian. And my goodness, like, it is just absolutely pouring. We're starting to see some puddles on the racetrack already. A completely different racetrack than what they were racing 2 laps ago.
Absolutely. And Verhoeven, I just noticed he's running a roll-off system. So he was thinking ahead, must have saw the clouds on the horizon. So Verhoeven maybe a step ahead of his competition as far as vision goes. That could pay off dividends as this race closes.
And maybe also a little bit of help. We got our goggle guys running everywhere down here. Maybe they ran down, they knew the rain was coming, and they said, hey, let's get these kids all set up and, get them in some goggles for this moto that maybe we're going to have some rain and help them out.
And yet another advantage to being out here at Loretta's, we've got 100%. We've got Oakley. We've got Scott out here. Everybody taking care of their riders, paying attention to the weather. As we see, look at the big drop there in the Thor Sand Sweeper. It is really starting to take effect of the track, ducking down to the bottom side. He's just trying to bring this thing home right now, the number 26. And just as hard as it is on the rider, it's hard on the motorcycle as well.
We got our white flag out right now, so just one more lap for these 65cc 7-9 limited riders around this racetrack. Jaden Smart is in control of this race at the moment. It is a 15-second lead over Gavin Welzian, and Jaden Smart coming into this moto with 2-1 scores, also in a great position to wrap up this championship. So just got to get through clean one more time. It looks like he might end up running into a little bit of lap traffic as we circulate on this final lap. There's the 74 of Anderson Waldell holding down the 4 ride, and Waldell, as it runs with this 4th place position, he's going to get himself 2nd overall in this championship with 3-2-4 scores. So a solid week at the ranch. I'm sure he wanted to get on the box one more time, but either way, you know, getting 2nd overall has got to feel good.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Ooh, problems there for the 26. We saw it. This thing is getting slick in a hurry. And
yeah.
Kellen, we talked about it yesterday. With the track already prepared for racing, then the rain comes. It forms even different than what we would see if we prepped for the mud. We thought we was going to hold off. This storm came in, 5th gear pinned out of nowhere, and now this is what we're getting.
Absolutely. I mean, these ruts this morning already were wearing in quite nicely. They dug the track in pretty well, and now that we have hardened ruts, these kids are really having to navigate around and deal with the situation at hand. You're seeing them just kind of avoiding all those big main inside lines and trying to find a smooth line to the outside there in the corner 2 turns after the commandments. Coming through the commandments right there, trying to get a look. That looks to be, I think, the 24 ride maybe going by right there of maybe Holden Lampkin, or maybe actually that was a 74 of Waldell. So, yeah, Waldell going through the commandments, and everyone's just trying to survive on this final lap, man. There's puddles everywhere, and the last thing you want to do as well, there's a lot of stuff still pushed off to the side of the track from yesterday, and we saw some of those guys, stand it up along the edge of the racetrack. You do not want to get stuck in some of that deep stuff on the side of the track.
And these guys just as much trying to avoid the deep puddles, splashing up, trying to keep from dumping water all over the bike. But right now, there's not much you can do, as it is full steam ahead out here. These riders, both feet. I love I'm going to just go ahead and take both feet off the pegs and basically water ski through these turns that the kids are having to do. Getting a look at it on screen, this sand surfing out here.
Yeah, this is unbelievable how much water has come down in the space of about 5 minutes. There's our leader, Jaden Smart, on the last lap, just trying to dig through the sand one final time, and he is going to claim this championship so long as he gets through the last turn A-OK. He's going to tuck to the inside, splashing through the puddles one more time, but he's probably having fun out here. He's probably enjoying himself splashing through the puddles, and he's really going to enjoy this one. Jaden Smart takes the 65cc 7-9 limited 3rd moto win and the championship with it. On top of that, a great ride, got out front early with that whole shot, ripping it around the outside, and Jaden Smart will take home the championship this week in the 65cc 7-9 limited class. Waiting for 2nd place, Gavin Welzian across the line, and looks like everyone's getting through mostly okay across the line. Everyone already taking their goggles off as well. You can see they're just over it.
And how about Cade Nightingale as well, working all the way back up here. We're adjusting now our live timing screen so we can see the overall championship battle, but Cade had to have made well over 10 passes.
I think Nightingale, yeah, he got all the way to 3rd.
How
at the
about
very
that?
end of
Look
that
at
one.
that. And that's going to move him up to 2nd overall in the championship. So a huge last lap for the number, let's see, the number 10 of Nightingale will come in 2nd place, and I think Anderson Waldell holds down the final overall spot on the podium.
So he went across the line side by side with Anderson Waldell, which was a battle for 2nd place in the championship. That's just how close it is in these championship battles, all the way down to the checkered flag, and Nightingale going to get it by a nose. So it's going to be Smart, Nightingale, and Anderson Waldell, our champions in the order of the class here this week. And Jaden Smart, Nico Verhoeven, Cade Nightingale, the podium, as we're getting ready to send it down to our Jason Wygant.
All right, we are getting absolutely smoked down here, and it doesn't matter because rain or shine, you got to perform at Loretta's, and this kid did. He grabs a massive hole shot. He gets the moto win, the gold medal, and the championship. Let's bring Mike Burkeen from the A-Man up, and let's have a round of applause for Jaden Smart. Yep. Here, I'll pull that out of there. You want to see that in the photos, that's for sure. There you go, Jaden. Here, I'll swap you a whole shot award for number 1. There you go. There it is, baby. Flip that. There you go. He did it all. Metal, hole shot, and we got to flip the metal. It's a lot of hardware, but he's been here before. And I also now know that this roof is actually just mesh, so it's not actually helping at all with the rain. They're already wet, so what's the difference for me? Come on over here, Jaden. I watch you all the time. My kid loves your vlogs, by the way. What about this moto? What was it like when the rain opened up, though?
Oh, I could like barely see, and it was just water everywhere.
Were you getting a little worried with the title on the line? A little scary?
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank, Jaden?
My mom, my dad, Fox, Cobra Motorcycles, DRS Suspension, Tyson Engines, T-Rex Throttles, Gold Country Casino, Skyline Steel, Justin Costello from State Farm, Caleb, Greg, GC, CP Racing, and my brother and everybody else.
Jaden Smart, everybody, is your champion in 65. We're going to bring up Nico Verhoeven and Cade Nightingale. Jaden, this is yours. You can pop some champagne. Here, somebody help me. We got a bottle opener here. Or do it on the side, whatever you want to do. I'm looking for Verhoeven and Nightingale. I'm going to give out second and third. There's a very wet certificate for Jaden Smart from Oakley to get a pair of sunglasses. There's Verhoeven. Well, this kid made a name for himself this week with some moto wins, a whole bunch of podiums. Second place goes to Nico Verhoeven. You from New Zealand, bud? How did you make this happen? How'd you get over here?
We just flew, brought some bikes, stayed with the West, big thanks to them. Qualified at Parlour, and here we are now.
This has to feel awesome, the whole experience, right?
Yeah, one of my dreams come true.
Awesome, Nico. Who do you want to thank?
SP Tools, Fly Racing, Alpine Star 100%, Luke McGrath, White's Power Sports, Pewterline Oil, AEO, the suspension, Renthal Bars and Grips, and that's all.
We'll see you next year. Let's hear it for Nico Verhoeven. That's a really cool story. Second place, Cade Nightingale got third on the final lap and pulling out a bronze. And we'll see if we get this one in before we drop the hammer on our next class. Never give up. That's Cade Nightingale for you. Taking this third with a last lap pass. Let's hear it for Cade Nightingale. Did you even realize you got on the podium in that moto? Did you even know what was going on with the rain and everything?
Yeah, I didn't. I got a terrible start. Just tried to pass as quick as I could. And then my dad said second overall if you pass him, and I'm like, go for it. And then I just made the last corner pass, and then yeah.
Got it done. Got it done. Who do you want to thank, Kate?
My mom, my dad, NSA Yamaha, Moose Racing, Alpine Star boots, Bell helmets, Dunlop tires, Rob Fox, Rob